The story I will be covering is written by Helen Scales and posted on theguardian.com. This article was published back in 2022 on the 23rd of November. There will be a link to this article in the website it was posted on down below this video. This video will be showing a conversation between a UNC student interested in the discovery of a new species of squid and a scientist who was there for a discovery. This video will also include the interviewer's personal thoughts and questions on the discovery after conducting the interview and reading an article on their findings. Hello, my name is Zach Shinnick. I'm a student at UNC who will be interviewing a scientist named Dr. Eskenazi. He was there for the discovery of a newly found species of squid for a school project of mine and my own curiosity. I've done some research on my own and found an informative article from The Guardian, and this article told me a lot about the study that Dr. Eskenazi conducted. I would like to know how closely this article represents the discovery that your team made. Dr. Eskenazi, will you please tell the audience about your research, experience, and thoughts on this article? Hey, thank you for having me, Zach. Yeah, I think this article by The Guardian did a fantastic job of covering our findings during the study. I will be summarizing the most significant points of the article to inform the audience of this squid's attributes and abilities, as well as facts about the study. And just so you know, all that I'll be discussing is already covered in this article. Fantastic article, in my opinion. So, the discovery was made in 2019 and named a species of squid as Brenner's bobtail squid. It is important to note that bobtail squid are considered to be a group of squid that are very small. This squid is typically 1 to 5 centimeters in length. My team and I found this squid off the coast of Okinawa, a Japanese island. We quickly found that if a light is shined on these squid at night, the squid stops moving and freezes up, making it easy to catch these animals. As mentioned, this discovery was made in 2019, but it wasn't until years later in 2021 that our team made the observation that the species has unique characteristics separating it from other bobtail squid. This article that you mentioned by The Guardian states that during the day, bobtail squid adopt a fascinating form of camouflage. They bury themselves in the seafloor and flick sand grains over their head and body. This ability and what they do here, this movement, this motion, sticks them into place with mucus produced by their cells in their skin. And this quote that I'm using from the article is absolutely true. These bobtail squid have a secondary special ability in which they release acid from their skin and shed their coat. This shedding of their coat remains in the same position as the squid retreats and escapes from its predator. Pretty neat stuff. While Brenner's bobtail squid hunt at night, they use camouflage by activating dim lights on their abdomen, and this is in response to moonlight. Gustavo Sanchez, a friend of mine from the Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology, stated that after examining the new species, the female squid have enlarged suckers on their arms. This observation has been made solely in males before when analyzing the Brenner's bobtail squid's anatomy, so we didn't recognize this in the beginning. Yeah, so I think that all the statements that I made, in this interview, as well as the references to the article that we both talked about, did a pretty good job of capturing my experience in Japan and just overall the entire discovery. So I think that's all that I got for you today, Zach. Yeah, so I think those are all the questions that I got for you today. Thank you for being here, Dr. Eskenazi, and hopefully we get to have you back. Yeah, I had a blast on here. Thanks again for having me, Zach. Hopefully you guys get to see me on here again, and I get to tell you about more of my discoveries because I promise I got more of them. All right, thanks. So that was my interview with Dr. Eskenazi. It was an enjoyable experience. I thought he was a very charismatic guy, good looking. A little bit of a weird guy off camera though. Ate a lot of cheese sticks. He got an interesting personality. So I'm going to be having a, post-interview conversation about my initial reaction to this article and just some questions I have. So my initial reaction to this article was pure interest. I have recently written a paper in this marine biology class that I'm taking at UNC on the peacock mantis shrimp species, and through writing about this animal, I've developed a greater appreciation for the unique abilities of marine organisms in general. The mantis shrimp I wrote about had the ability to punch animals with its appendages, and this characteristic made it really clear how different this animal is from other marine life. The Brenner's bobtail squid made me feel the same appreciation when I read about the special ability of camouflaging and escaping predators. I believe that the squid should be studied and talked about more because I didn't see as much research on the species as I would like to see or expect to see. A question I would like to ask after reading this article would be directed at the scientists who discovered this species, and that's why I'm so bummed that I didn't ask Dr. Eskenazi this at the time that he was here at the interview. Why did it take so many years to recognize how different the squid is from other bobtail squid? I would also like to know more about the squid's ability to display dim lights on its belly in response to moonlight. I didn't fully understand how they did so when reading this article, and I guess I would like to have a better understanding of this. I would also like to know if there's a specific reason for why these squid are so small. Is there a good reason for why they don't grow longer or larger? I'm curious as to where these squid live in the ocean, as it did not specifically mention the depth that they tend to live in or live at in the article that I read. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the interview that I had with Dr. Eskenazi, and the article that I referenced to from The Guardian is a fantastic article. Even Dr. Eskenazi said it himself. It does a great job of capturing the discovery that the scientists made in Japan. I suggest that you guys check it out and tune in next time. Thanks.